Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Welcome back to my channel. I am back for another video. Now listen, in this video I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to make your own earrings out of these beautiful wood canvases. These are sweet. They come just like this, and you can make an earring out of them. You can make a beautiful work of art out of them. Listen, this will actually be your masterpiece. Now, before we get started, let me go ahead and thank all my new subscribers. Thank you for the returning subscribers. Thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And keep watching, and I'm going to bring you more great content. Now, these are the earrings that I have made thus far. I love this. I don't even know what else to say. These come as a blank canvas. You can create your masterpiece on this. It's really that beautiful. It's really that easy, I should say. Now, what I've done here is I took a myriad of colors and I combined them and got this great look. Then I embellished it with the rhinestones. The rhinestones really do something to the canvas. It makes it pop, I believe, with all those beautiful colors. Now, this is a map of Africa. These are great cultural earrings to make. If you just like to be different, if you just like to represent your culture, or you just like to be different, these would be a good option for you. I am probably going to do another tutorial on these specific ones because I have these on back order. But right now I'm going to go ahead and take the one that I do have, which are these over here. I'm going to put those aside. And I'm going to create a beautiful pair of earrings. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to do that by painting the colors in which I like. And again, you can use any color that you want. Color combination really does not matter. What matters is what you're creating, if it's making you happy, or it's, basically going to turn out to be a great project for you to do. Now, I have a set of brushes over on the other side. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually washing them and making them ready for use. So I was kind of soaking them. Okay. Now, these are brushes that I got from the 99-cent store, or the $1.25 store. Is no longer 99-cent store, or no longer the dollar store, I should say. And then I got one pair from Michael's Arts and Craft. They were on sale. All right. So I'm just going to start off with some colors here. So I have turquoise here. So I'm going to pour this out right in here. And I am using my resin blanks here. Now I have turquoise. I'm going to start off with that, but I want to also add some yellow in there. Okay. Then I may want to add a little purple, just because I feel like, you know what, I want to be different, right? No, you're like, all these different colors. Now, this project does not take that long, guys. Okay. Again, it's all about just experimenting. It's not about you having this down perfectly, but it's about experimenting. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with this turquoise right here, and I'm going to go slightly over the edges. And as I am doing that, I am actually thinking about how I want this to look. So I'm just painting it. I love these little thinner brushes because it gives you more of an even paint. so I can stroke it across and get that little line that I want. Now, what I'm doing is I'm washing off the brush right about now. Now, you know what? I think I want to put a little bit of red in it. So I'm just going to grab my red paint over here. And if you're wondering where I got these paints from, I got these from Michael's Arts and Craft. They were on sale. They're not very much. And they last a while. You get a lot of great uses out of it. I mean, and I'm talking about paint after paint. All right, so I'm going to combine this red into here somewhere because I like the red color. It's vibrant. Don't worry about making a mistake, guys, because this is really about exploring, okay? Exploring. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm exploring. And we're bringing those lines. As you can see what I'm doing right here, what I'm doing is making it a little bit neater at the edge. So I like to do this with excellence. Oh, that's fabulous. So I'm going to go down a little bit more. Okay. Now you can do this one time or you can do it several times. It's really about your preference. You know, you may want it darker, you might want it lighter. It really is up to you. Right now, I am only on the first runoff. So I like it. I'm gonna let that dry at the top, and then I'm gonna clean off the brush one more time. And then I'm gonna add my other color, which is the yellow and the purple. Yeah. Right, now we're going to add this. Actually, we're going to add the yellow first because I don't want all the dark colors back to back. Kind of lighten it up a little bit. All right. There we are. And I accidentally grabbed red instead of yellow, so which wouldn't have been bad anyway because I could have just went over the top one. But anyway, we're going to go to this yellow and we're going to spread this across real nice and even. Oh, these are so much fun. What I'll do is come back and I'll show you like the finished product if I don't get through it fast enough. So I'm adding a little bit more down here. And as you can see, this is turning out quite beautiful already. Okay. So I'm going to finish that yellow right into the crevices over here. Okay. And for whatever reason, some turquoise got down there, but that's okay because I'm going to actually fix that. Okay. Now we're going to add that purple. Give it that finished touch. Again, it's about whatever color you prefer. Now I do blend these colors. I take red and I take a little bit of pink and merge it with white as well, and I come up with a different color. So I don't have the same color as all the time rather. Okay. So I like that. I really like that. I liked how that came out. Now what I could have done was I could have added either the red at the bottom or that turquoise, but I didn't want to do that. I really want these to really just stand out and be different. All right, so now I'm going to go over this spot right here. We're going to let that dry for a second, only because we don't want to overdo it the first time. We want to let it dry a little bit, and then we can make our little corrections, and I'll show you how I'm making those corrections, okay? All right, so I'm going to start off again doing the same thing that I did with this side. These are absolutely gorgeous. If you want your own masterpiece, your own design, this is a great way to create it. I love being able to take blank canvases and just make something beautiful out of them. Okay, we're going to go ahead and straighten that out a little bit. And again, don't worry about being really, really neat, because it will dry and you'll be able to make corrections. I just make little corrections as I go. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and get that green and that red in there. I want to clean off the brush. And I do have water sitting on the side in case you're like, what is she doing? How's she cleaning it? All right, and we're going to take that red and we are going to simply start painting. Now the canvases are a little bit different. They're sometimes shaped a little bit different, but they still make great, wonderful pair of earrings. You can make it as similar as possible. Okay. And this takes practice. It's not going to be perfect. Your first pair won't be perfect, I can tell you that. Won't be perfect at all. And you just keep brushing it. I hope you guys have been having a nice, wonderful summer. I know that the kids are starting back in school now, so hopefully all of your, if you have children, all of your vacation was taken already. Alrighty, there we go. And if you don't have any kids, I hope that you had a wonderful summer. The summer is not over. I personally love the latter part of the summer because it gets so hot. And although sometimes I complain about it being hot, but I love it because out here in California, that's when we get the best weather, when it's really, really hot. Alrighty. And since we got all that rain, we can take it. We haven't had any forest fires, praise the Lord, out here, because at the beginning of the year the rain saturated the ground so much to the point where they had to say that it was no longer a drought out here. And I know some places are still talking about, oh, it's a drought. It's not. We had so much rain that they had to literally soak it up. They had to soak all the water up. And it's good too, because we have a lot of forest fires out here. So praise the Lord, we have not had any major forest fires or anything like that out here. I haven't heard of any. And that rain really just prevented all of that. So I'm grateful. Okay, now I'm going to finish that off. All right. I am done with that, so I'm going to go ahead and add that purple. And as I told you before, I'm going to go over here and correct this, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to correct it. So let's go back, and do let do let it dry in between coats. And the reason why is because if you don't, that the wood will get a little bit too wet, and then it will create cracking in the wood. So you just want to make sure that you're not overdoing it, or you're allowing it to dry between coats. You can put as many coats as you want, but make sure you allow it to dry fully before you just start adding more coats on it, okay? All right, so this one is finished for the moment, but I'm actually going to go back over that one too, and because I want to widen it a little bit. So now this is how I'm going to correct this. So I'm going to take this purple and go straight across here. So we're going to widen out that purple area, and we're going to take it from here. There we go. It gives it a whole new look. We're going to add a little bit on there, a little bit more. And again, I will allow this to fully dry before I add like another coating on it. Okay? And I'm just touching up the area. Okay? Voila, see, that was done. Now you may have a little bit of residual of the other paint, which that's okay because it's art and people really won't notice that, and there's a way to clear up all of that like I told you before. So I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow and I'm just going to go straight across, and sometimes the other color will run in there. Don't worry about that. Even if it does run, so what? It's still going to turn out beautiful. And I'm just cleaning off the brush right now. You got to make sure your brushes are clean, guys, because you will bring paint from the other color that you were using. Now I went ahead and put a little bit more yellow on there. That took care of that extra red that was in there. And I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I may go over it again. These are really a simple project. So what I did was do both of them together. Okay. Now I'm going to do one more thing, but I'm going to let it dry just for a spell. And I'm going to correct that red going across a little bit. Now this one I really love. So at the bottom, I'm just going to put a little bit more of that purple at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. We are done with this. I am not done with these earrings though. Now I'm just, if you wanted to know what I'm doing right there, I'm just actually taking that red and wiping it a little bit. This is pretty much what I'm going to be doing with these earrings. I love these earrings, honestly. These are super cute. I'm going to do another pair. This doesn't take really that long. Now here's one of my finished pair that I did, which I love the color combination that I use for these. I also have these. These are a little bit different. So what I did was take it, paint it, shellac it, and put a little bit of embellishment with these rhinestones that you see. This one I have not completed yet. I am going to shellac it. And I'm going to maybe add some rhinestones to it too. But it's going to be really fun. So, okay, now that this is dry, I can come back and visit this one. And it only takes like about 60 seconds to dry, guys. It doesn't take that long. This paint is really fast drying, which I like. But it's only fast drying because I don't try to overcoat it with paint. Whatever it is that I miss, or if there's a spot to it, what I do is go over it. If it does not cover it the first time, I let it dry and then I add another coat on top of it, and then that'll take pretty much solve the issue that I'm having. Okay. All right, there we are. One more, just a little dab there. And as you notice, I'm dabbing. I'm not really brushing so much. I'm dabbing. Okay. This is wonderful. So we're going to let this dry for a few minutes. Now I told you I was going to go back and correct this red here. As you can see, there is a line there right here. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it across, and this is not going to be perfect, okay? Just understand that. Yes, love, love, love this. Okay, that is actually going to be set to dry. Now I have a choice to either keep these as they are, or I can embellish them a little bit. And I think I want to embellish them just a little bit, so I'm going to find some rhinestones that I want to add to it. How I'm going to add it to it, I'm not quite sure, but we're going to see anyhow. All right. Hopefully this video will get your creative juices flowing. That is my intention of doing this particular video. We can do other things. We don't just have to be held to one thing. You know, artistry is artistry, and we work on doing it and perfecting it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now place this here. I like that rhinestone, but I want to see if I have another color that I feel that is more compatible, and I believe that I do. It's going to be the red. So I have the red here. I'm going to put that out of there. And what I'm doing is simply just putting the rhinestones somewhere on top of the canvas where I think it will be pretty. Again, this is really your creation, and you can do whatever it is that you feel that you would like to do with your own creation. So I'm going to put some red up there. And so then what I'll do after that, I'll come back and show you the end result of it. See you in the next video.